Yo, what is going on? This is Andrew, known as ZERODRAWDREW from Pip Catch Administration. Welcome back to another episode. Today is another Sunday live analysis. It is July 25th at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you haven't hit that like button and subscribe button, please do so right now. It'll motivate us to continue doing these weekly analyses. If you're new to these videos, just stick around. I'm going to mark up the charts, go over everything more towards the end, so stick around till then. Let's go. Watching that level, and that level. Dropped, came back into this value. Last week was weird. New week, last week of July. Let's make a good week out of this week. Let's go. Can't believe we dropped, and then I can't believe we dropped out of this value and then came back like this last week. Strange. Like I said, I do the little markups in the beginning, then I come back and put my finishing touches more towards the end, so stick around. I called this last week. I said that it was going to drop to the bottom. It did, and then bounced right at the bottom. I don't know if it wants to fully take out that low. We'll see. I think we might want to keep going. Right now we don't have any signs to short, but we didn't fully take out this low. crazy. Crazy. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get another stock market crash due to this variant that they're talking about? What do you guys think? Also, the course is done. It'll be out later today. So if you're a lifetime client, you'll have access to that a little bit later today. If you're interested in purchasing the course, you're not a lifetime client. I'm looking to drop it tomorrow. Just need to get all the lifetime clients in first before I drop it. Right there. Man, I wish I could trade London session, guys. I really wish I could trade London session. I just can't wake up like that, or I can't stay up like that. Can't stay up all night. When I do, I don't trade the same. I trade better in the morning. But if I had the opportunity to wake up London session for this, sheesh, I'd be making so much more money. That's when all these moves happen. It's sad. Euro USD. Euro USD may be set for that drop. To this low, 60 pips. Strange. Last week we kind of ranged. Took out that range. It wants to drop, but who knows? They might play some games in the beginning of the week. We'll see. Took out that whip. It's holding that whip. Took out that whip. This thing's set to go. like low-key liquidity was never even grabbed at this level. I can see this starting to form. I have an idea. This is screw Euro USD. I hate Euro USD. What am I supposed to do with this right here? What am I supposed to do with this? We'll go to the 4 hour. We'll find that trend line on the 4 hour. And we'll see where that trend line is. It's like GBP USD took that dip last week, but Euro USD didn't. So, but then GBP USD recovered, but Euro USD stayed flat. Might be Euro USD's turn. Screw all that. Don't think too much about it. Just mark up what you see. This thing is set to go down. I have this crown pattern. It's respected there. Faked bulls above this level. You know, this crown. I think we want to drop the bearish liquidity. I will not be trading Euro USD, but here's the markup. Well, we were talking about the zone last week. We'll come back to this one. All the buyers' liquidity is up here. Hope you guys are getting better at marking up these charts on your own. Been doing this for almost like 2 months now. Smash that subscribe button, please. Smash that subscribe button. We need more subscribers. I'm trying to blow this channel up. They're going to be more interesting as we go on, so just started doing this. You know, I just need more followers. You guys just need to motivate me to put more content out there. And once you guys, you know, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button every single week, I'll be dropping content all the time. So just, you know, let's go. Euro USD, gold. I knew we were gonna get resistance up here. What do you guys think about gold, silver, all those asset classes? You know, because right now, if you ask me, there's some weird things going on. Some weird things going on. What's going on, right? They keep printing money. And for some reason, asset classes like gold, silver, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, they all keep selling off. Fundamentally, it doesn't make any sense. So what do you guys think? We're gonna get another wave with gold? Kind of looks like we're gonna, right? Overall. Bad things looking. I don't know. We come back into that value. Might want to drop into this crown neck one more time. Well, one thing that I could think about why, gold, silver, Bitcoin, all these asset classes, they're dropping is because the stimulus is almost over, I think. So I think people are pulling their money out of these assets and they're hoarding the cash because they're scared of what's going to happen next, or that might cause a little sell-off. But fundamentally, it doesn't make any sense because the inflation just keeps rising and these asset classes are dropping, which, when the money's worthless, these things tend to do good. So this value right here, when we come back into 1808 and we hold that 1808 key level, this thing is going to fly. But I just don't know if we want to fully take out this crown neck first. We might want to drop one more time, come back into this trend line and move up, but not guaranteed, because if we get that impulse back into the 1808, we get a nice, setup into that value, then it might come sooner. We do have this crown pattern right now, so like I said, it might drop a little bit more. These are just my thoughts. Something right there. Alright, we're gonna do that. I don't want to think too much about that. Where's that support level? I think that's it right there. Alright, that support level. This is a very choppy market. At 1808. First, it looks like we might take another dip first before we do get that, like I said before. But overall, I think gold, silver, all these asset classes, they might take another dip up. They might move up. I think we're gonna get another crash, another stock market crash. This market crash will be much different than the first one if it does happen, depending on what happens with this new variant that they're talking about. So I don't know, can't predict the future, but like I said, the faster things move up, the harder they come down. And if you look at the stock market rally due to the stimulus, it was very, 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 very fraudulent, in my opinion. So I don't know. Economists look at it like a good thing, but I don't think things can move up like that, So gold and these, they still look bearish for the short term. Alright guys, we're pretty much done. Let me just mark up all these, put in my ideas, and then I'll go over everything right after. So just bear with me. Yeah, I talk slow when I do this because I'm trying to figure out what's happening. So a lot of traders lose because they just jump into opportunities without thinking about them. I think about them and people call me slow. Well, do what you want to do. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, so got this right here. GBP is breeding that inverted crown. You see this? Like on the long term, it looks kind of like an inverted crown on a weekly chart. We never took out this high, you know, which means the structure is setting up structure. Like I said, I think we're going to take one more dip down because that's what it's reading over here. It's reading a crown pattern. I want to see price drop into this value. Now it's like, we do see a potential drop. It's like, how are we going to capitalize on it now, right? We need to wait for, you know, some sort of trap indicating that we are going to do what we're going to do. These people look at this level right here. This is very choppy price action right here, so I'm gonna wait on this, wait on gold. But like I said, if we do get that dip, I want to look for bear traps maybe to this level. Alright, so let me just put in my ideas real quick so I'm not all over the place, right? So as you can see right here, gold is reading that daily crown pattern right here, so we might take that one more dip into this value and then come back up. We might even dip further, you know, down to this trend line, because like I said in the previous weeks, I was eyeing this U resistance right here. You know, we came back into that value. So, you know, if we get set up into that 1808 value, you know, we're going to need a big reaction into that 1808 value. But I think that price is going to take out these lows first and trap bears before that happens. And then we could smash that buy when it comes back into the value. So, but like I said, you know, price may continue to this level, trap bears at 1763, and then come back in after like all these bears were fully shaken out, because that's what they might be trying to do. They might be trying to shake everyone out of their asset classes first before the next crash, you know. So I could see that happening. I could see this thing drop and then come back in, but we don't have any bias. So for me to take the short, I'm gonna wait for a bull trap, you know, above this trend line. I would like to see it. I would like to see it above 1825 again, but I don't know if we could get that. I don't think price is gonna push into that 1825. I think we're gonna trap bulls maybe above this 1808, maybe above this one real quick. So if price, you know, comes up above this level and traps bulls above there before this, if price just drops into this value and then comes back up, the buy opportunity will set up. Now if price rallies above this 1808 and this trend line, and it's like a fake rally, we could look for the short opportunity down to that 1790 and maybe even lower, depending on how the crash is. You know, like I said, I wait for price to react, you know, and based on a reaction is whether I'm going to hold it or, you know, keep, you know, hold it or look for a new trade, if that makes sense. So, like I said, gold, is reading a weekly inverted pattern, but has a daily crown pattern. So we may see a little more downside for price support. Don't have any buys too short or looking to hold that hope. 1808 resistance level. If we drop first under 1790, trap bears buy op may set up, but not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, but if this thing does drop, then we gotta wait for that setup to happen. It may just continue to drop because, like I said, on this chart, we might take one more dip below that crown neck on the daily and then come back in a little bit later. That's a big drop. From 1808 to 1860, that's 400 pips, 500 pips. And it might even, drop a little bit more into this before, it shakes people out and comes back in. So we just need to wait for a reaction. If price traps the bulls, we could take that short opportunity to the bottom. If price drops, traps the bears, then we could look for that buy opportunity to set up. You guys just gotta wait for price. So that's the idea. Gold is reading weekly inverted crown pattern, but as a daily crown pattern, so we may see a little more downside before price finds support, but we don't have any buys. To look for a short, we're looking for bull traps above trend lines and 1808 resistance. If we drop under 1790 and trap bears, a buy opportunity may set up. Alright, so that's gold. Euro USD, right? We talked about this last week. I said, I said that this thing was going to drop, but it consolidated because, like I said, it never fully broke that trend line until now. Now it broke that trend line. It was holding, and now it took out that level. So, in my opinion, this thing is set to drop. But the only reason why I wouldn't short it right away is because it is the beginning of the week. So, at the beginning of the week, there's a lot of manipulation. So I'm not 100% positive if this is going to take out that level and come back into the value. So we're just going to look at price and we're going to let price action form. On the hourly chart, this thing is reading a crown pattern, right? This thing is reading a crown pattern. It also has this U right here. So yeah, this thing is set to drop. I'm not gonna want to sell it right away. To be honest with you, what I would want to do, I would want to wait for the buy opportunity. I would want to see this thing drop first because right now it's set to drop. So it might drop on the open, and then it might set up the bear trap under this level, and then look for the buy when we come back into this, because trend lines work from the downside too. So if it drops and then comes back into that trend line, it might set up the buy opportunity. For me to take the short, if I want to take the short on this trade, I'm going to look at this level right here in this trend line. See, so right here, see that level, and this trend line. Say if price just breaks out, no rejection prior, forms weak structure, could look for the fake out sell, back into the value. I would short to the trend line retest, wait for a reaction there. Depending on how we react there, it might just drop, and then, play with the levels. So that's Euro USD, Euro USD took out weekly wick at trend line. Price looks like it's set to fall, but has been consolidating last couple days. See, like this looks like it wants to drop down to 1790. That's 50 pips away on the hourly. Might even drop down to there. So depending on how we react to this trend line, say if we hold there and we trap bulls at this level, you know, it may set up to fall even further. But like I said, you need to wait for price action to form. If you guys don't know how to trade this, you know, these bull traps, bear traps, whatever, if you're a lifetime client, you're going to be getting my course today, you know, so just stick around. You know, you're going to learn a lot more as we go. And I might post my live analysis a little bit later. I haven't decided yet. You guys haven't told me. So like I said, I'm getting off topic. I'm a little tired right now, by the way. So it's 8:30 in the morning, Sunday. Euro USD took out weekly wick at the trend line. So we took out the weekly wick at the trend line, right? Price looks like it's set to fall, but has been consolidating the last couple of days. See how price has been consolidating, but we are holding that trend line and we took out that thing. So right now it is set to fall because those bulls were trapped, if that makes sense. So all the liquidity, you know, the next level is at this double bottom, which is at 1.17090, which is down here, right? So I'm gonna wait for the sell opportunity to set up. I would rather wait for the bull trap to take that short opportunity down to even here, you know, but it may come and retest this trend line. So look, 1.17900 is probably where that trend line is going to be. 1.7900 is like right there. So yeah, like I said, if we trap bulls above that level, we may be able to get that opportunity to short once it comes back into this trend line again. You know, you guys just got to wait for this setup. So like I said, Euro USD took out weekly wick at trend line. Price looks like it's set to fall, but it's been consolidated in the past couple of days. Look for bull trap. Okay, so that's it. I mean, Euro USD took out the weekly wick right there. As you can see, price is set to fall, but it's been consolidating the last couple days, and that's why, you know, I'm a little iffy on the trade, because it's been consolidating. Usually when you see consolidation, you know, a reversal set to come, but all the liquidity is at this level. All sellers' liquidity hasn't been caught yet, so I think price does eventually want to drop there first. So, you know, we're gonna wait for the the market to open. We want to wait for price to react. Like I said, the retest of that trend line is about at 1.17900 key level, which is right here on the hourly. So if we get a breakout over here and it's more of like a fake out, we're going to look for the short when it comes back in to that crown neck and even further, because overall, you know, price is set to drop down to here. So that's Euro USD. We're going to wait for price, but at the same time, we don't have any bias. So if the market opens up and price just sells off, you know, just think of it as weak structure and then look for the support to find as it comes back into value, or wait for a reaction. You know, that's the only way you're going to catch this move. So just wait for the open, see if we're going to trap bulls above this level, the shorts are down to here, or wait for, you know, like I said, the bear trap to this level and look for the buy when we come back into the pennant, right? So that's Euro USD. Okay, so GBP JPY, right? I called this last week. I don't know why it's not updating the weekly. It did drop down to here, but it's Smart Trader is weird like that sometimes, so just, you know, make sure you confirm everything. Like as you can see, this level was hit over here, but it's not updated on the weekly chart. But anyways, don't think about that. GBP JPY, right? We dropped last week. We called this move. I had all this marked up. You know, remember I called this. I said that this looked a little weird because of these levels, but price just sold off. You know, because I was looking for the bull trap to this level, and then that bull trap happened. Price just sold off in the beginning of the week, but late into the week we recovered, as you can see. But the reason why, you know, the signals, I didn't send many signals last week, is because, you know, price didn't fully drop, you know, so it was a very weird week. You know, we dropped and then we recovered. So, you know, I think that we need to drop down to here. The liquidity wasn't caught, but like on the daily chart, it's reading a whole different story. On the daily chart, it's reading upward momentum still. So we might get a little bit more upward momentum before we get a drop to set up again. Right now, it doesn't look like we're gonna drop. You know what I mean? But we're gonna need like a full daily engulfing, you know, to know that, you know, more downside is coming. Right now, the bulls are strong. So I'm looking at these levels on the hourly chart. See, but if this wick gets taken out on Monday, say price just drops into the 670 zone, which is right here, then that sell opportunity may set up into the week, you know, down to the bottom. So we need to wait for Monday, you know. So I don't know what's going to happen exactly first, but we're going to wait for price. So we're watching GBP JPY. Like I said, bearish liquidity wasn't fully caught on the daily chart. So, you know, I don't know if this last week's rally was, you know, a little BS, but you know, we don't have any bias, right? So for me to take this short opportunity, right, obviously you guys know how I trade. I wait for the bull trap above one of these main levels, and then I react when price comes back in. Or if price just, you know, dips into the 650 zone, you know, we find support, we could look for that buy opportunity, you know, up to those trend lines. So either a breakout and then come back into value for the short opportunity to the necklines, or a drop and then look for the buy opportunity up to wherever. You know, I play it by day, I play it by levels, but like I said, overall on the weekly, you know, you kind of want to go with the overall. So if you see something setting up on the weekly, you kind of want to wait for that trap on the hourly. So like overall, I do want to see price drop into 147.439 key level. That's a far drop, but you know, right now it's a little early to tell that. You know, it's a little early to call that. You know, so Monday, if this candle just happens to be engulfed, you know, that short opportunity may be valid. You know, but we don't have any bias, so we need to see how market reacts when we open. So if we, you know, break out first above here and then set up that sell opportunity down to here, boom, we could take that sell opportunity. But if we drop, look for the bear trap and then look for that buy. Or if, you know, more downside sets up over here, like we get a bull trap here, then, you know, that may happen as well, because I sort of do see a pattern starting to form here. So yeah, there is a possibility that Monday we do take out that daily wick, you know, so we just need to wait for Monday to see what happens, right? That's GBP JPY. Let me put in my notes. So GBP JPY. JPY. Sold it. Right? We're watching key support. or resistance 152.4, 10 and trend. Alright, so that's what I said. GBP JPY sold off last week, but fully didn't take out that weekly low we recovered into last week. I still feel like we need a drop, but not reading any signs of downtrend right now, unless Friday's candle gets engulfed today. We're watching key support level 141.308 and 150.650 for bear traps, or resistance 152.410, and trend line for bull traps. Wait for price action. But like I said, we're watching that. See right there, and that trend line, and then we're watching this support and this support right here. Do see this crown form? This pattern starting to form, so we might trap bears somewhere there. We got a trend line there, but that's a weird trend line. This rally is a weird rally, so we need to wait for price. See these lows weren't fully taken out. There's a possibility that these lows do get taken out. They were taken out for a split second, and usually when you see something like that, it might be a trap. Markets are weird because they're uncertain now. Right now we're in uncertainty again because of this whole Delta variant. So, we're back to 2020 again. So, let's go. Let's go. Where there's fear, there's money. Where there's fear, there's money. That's what I say. So, GBP, USD, same thing, right? This one was very weird. Last week we took out these levels. And even this rally right now is very weird, like on the daily chart. So we took out these levels on the daily, right? GBP USD. GBP USD, like I missed so many moves last week because this was just so weird. It was hard to catch this. I didn't think it was just going to sell off into the beginning of the week. As you can see, price just sold off into the beginning of the week. I didn't have the opportunity to short that because I felt weird shorting it, but even if you could look at this, so we dropped into this value. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. So we dropped into this value, this 1.36720 zone, right? But price never rejected that zone before, we came into that value. We just broke out into that value, which kind of makes me believe that this rally might be like a fake out, but right now, just like GBP JPY, there are no reasons to short yet. We got this impulse wave. Right now price is looking to trend up, right? Unless we get, a daily engulfing. So if we get that daily engulfing back into this 700 value, right? That short opportunity may set up for more downside. So right now we don't have any bias. If price does drop first without faking bulls, if price drops first without faking bulls and we find support around this 1.36700 key zone, because we need to find support there first, right? If we find support there, we may get our move up to that 4,000 resistance like I've been trying to, call these last weeks, but, price hasn't been pushing high enough. Like we've been getting those moves to that 4,000, but price never fully went to that 4,000 liquidity. I want to see price break above this trend line, above this key level. As you can see, we retested it one time, but we never broke out above it, so we don't have any buyers liquidity. So I don't know if the last couple days rally was a fake out, but we're gonna wait for Monday, today, to really see what happens. Like if today price engulfs this candle and then we drop into the 700 value, we may see more downside, right? So I just want to watch. I want to play it by day. We're watching these key levels over here. If there is going to be a bull trap with GBP USD, I think it would be above this trend line right here. Maybe this level, see this level, this trend line, something like that, right? Or if we drop first, and we find support in that 1.36700 key zone, we find structure, we could look for that buy opportunity set up. But overall, you know, we need to wait for Monday's reaction. We need to see if price finds support at the 700 key level rather than taking out fully, because if it takes out that key level and it closes on the daily chart, you know, more downside is probably set to continue. But you know, it's all based on how we react to that 700 key level. We also have these other levels too. You know, you want to watch this level, this 1.37300 key level. You want to watch this level, this 1.37850 key level. You know, and you also want to watch that retest of that previous double top neckline. So we may, you know, push above, retest that level, trap bulls right there, and come back into value, find that short opportunity, and just play it by day, play it by level. I think eventually we definitely want to retest this trend line because we want to bounce off that trend line. So same thing with GBP USD. GBP USD we sold off in the beginning of the week, right? Let me put in my ideas and we're going to wrap up this video. GBP USD sold off. Get it? So like I said before, you know, GBP USD, it came back into value, but for this thing to really set up in a way where that buy opportunity would be appealing to me is if, you know, it rejected it first. You know, if it rejected it first and then that rejection was taken out, then that buy opportunity would be more appealing to me. But since price just pushed in, you know, right now this rally looks more of a fake out to me. So we need to really wait for a retest to that level to really make a decision. So GBP USD sold off at the beginning of the week. We came back into that 1.36700 value, but never rejected on a daily chart prior. We're watching retest of that 700 value. If we engulf it on a daily and close under, more downside possible if we trap bears and find support at the 700. We may have an overall buy back to 4,000. So yeah, you guys just really gotta wait for a price action to set up on Monday. You know, if we get that bull trap above this key level, like I said, you know, we could look for that short opportunity. We could even look for that bull trap over here. You know, we might get a U. See, we might get like a U right there. It might drop from there. So the U is right there. We might trap bulls there and then look for that short opportunity over there. So just play it by day, play it by price. You know, clock into your session, write out your ideas and measure your trades and then go with it. So that's it for this week's analysis, guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up if you like this video, if you want to see more videos, because a lot of people aren't viewing these videos, a lot of people aren't taking advantage of these videos, and it's making me not want to do them, to be honest with you. So please smash a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back next week. Enjoy.